Welcome back to ZNGP Today, when Marc Marquez shocked the paddock by leaving Repsol Honda in late 2023 and joining Gresini Racing for the 2024 season. Many called it a risk, but for Gresini, it turned out to be a revolution. Now, nearly a year after his departure to the Ducati factory squad, the ripple effects of his influence are still felt in the team's culture, performance, and mindset, especially through the resurgence of his younger brother, Marc Marquez, who currently sits second in the 2025 MotoGP Championship standings. Gresini's sporting director Michele Masini, in an exclusive interview with Crash.net, offered rare insight into what made Marc's one-season stint so transformative. Johann Zarco conquered not just his competition, but also the searing Japanese summer, to win the Suzuka 8 Hours for the second year running, this time under even more punishing conditions. With teammate Xavi Vierge ruled out due to procedural reasons, Zarco and Takumi Takahashi were forced to tackle the legendary endurance race as a two-man squad, enduring nearly 4 hours each on the bike. Despite the physical toll and minimal rest, the pair rode the No. 30 Honda to a commanding victory, crossing the finish line 34 seconds ahead of the Yamaha trio of Jack Miller, Andrea Locatelli, and Katsuyuki Nakasuga. Jack Miller fell short in his bid to deliver Yamaha a landmark Suzuka 8 Hours victory, but the Aussie star was gracious in defeat after a thrilling battle with Honda's Johann Zarco. Despite reducing the gap and briefly challenging for the lead, Miller's Yamaha team had to settle for second place as Zarco and Takumi Takahashi defended their crown with a dominant display. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. After years of injury setbacks and diminishing results with a struggling Honda, Marc Marquez stunned the MotoGP world by opting to join Gresini Racing, a satellite Ducati outfit with limited resources but big ambition. The move was seen by many as a step down. For Marc, it was a lifeline. In 2024, he rediscovered both competitiveness and joy, returning to the top step of the podium multiple times and earning a factory seat with Ducati for 2025. But while the headlines focused on his personal comeback, something deeper was brewing inside Gresini. Masini explains. Marc brought something special. He came with clarity, with vision, and with years of experience that none of us could teach. He didn't guess or hesitate. He'd feel something and immediately say, "This is the issue. This is what we need to do." That clarity helped engineers fine-tune the GP23 and inspired a new level of professionalism across the garage. More than just his riding, it was Marc's process that left the biggest mark. From Friday morning to Sunday afternoon, every moment was strategic. He knew exactly what he wanted to do in every session, Masini recalled. He didn't waste laps. He didn't test for the sake of testing. He had a Grand Prix mapped out before the tires even touched the tarmac. This laser-focused approach permeated the team. After Marc's departure, his method remained. Gresini didn't just gain a champion, they gained a template for how to build one. One of the biggest beneficiaries of Marc's time at Gresini has been his younger brother, Marc Marquez. Long saddled with the label of the little brother, Alex has spent much of his premier-class career fighting to step out from Marc's enormous shadow. Now, in his strongest MotoGP season to date, Alex sits second in the championship, splitting the Ducati factory duo of Marc Marquez and Francesco Bagnaia. Masini dismisses the old narrative. It's not about being in a shadow. Alex learned how to problem solve by watching Marc. It's a skill, not a limitation. And what's more important, here at Gresini, we share everything. Unlike some factory teams, where garages operate in silos, Gresini fosters collaboration. Riders, engineers, and data analysts meet together after every session. Marc helped normalize this openness, creating an environment where both brothers, and now rookie Fermin Aldeguer, could thrive. While both Marquez brothers are known for their jovial, fun-loving personalities, Masini says they never crossed the line when it came to professionalism. They love to laugh, to keep things light. But when it's time to work, they're all in. And they don't just race on Sundays, they live racing. Always focused, always improving, even when they're away from the track. This mindset became infectious. The rest of the team, mechanics, strategists, even junior staff, elevated their standards. Despite losing Marc to the Ducati factory team, Gresini hasn't missed a beat. Thanks to Marc's influence and Alex's growth, they now sit second in the team standings. Rookie Fermin Aldegier's strong debut campaign has added depth to their title hopes. Masini believes it all comes down to mentality. We're not letting the pressure change us. Our job is to stay calm, stay focused, and try to get the most from every Grand Prix. That's what Marc taught us. Don't overthink the championship. Focus on the moment. With Ducati still the dominant bike on the grid, and both factory and satellite squads in fierce competition, Gresini's upward trajectory is no small feat. While the factory bikes have the edge on updates and resources, Gresini has unity, culture, and now, belief. Masini is cautious, but optimistic. We're not here to play games. The goal is consistency. And if we reach the final rounds with a real shot, why not think bigger? For a team once seen as a mid-tier satellite outfit, that kind of confidence would have seemed far-fetched just 2 years ago. But Marc Márquez's brief stay gave Gresini something far more valuable than a trophy. It gave them a championship mindset. Marc Márquez may be wearing factory red now, chasing history and possibly Giacomo Agostini's record. But part of his legacy is already written in the black and blue colors of Gresini. His 1 year there reshaped the team, empowered his brother, and left a playbook that continues to fuel one of the most compelling underdog stories of the 2025 season. As the championship heads into its final stretch, don't count out Gresini Racing. They've already been taught by the best. While last year's win came with a 3-rider team, including Tepe Nego, the 2025 edition demanded a whole new level of resilience from Zarco and Takahashi. Temperatures hovered well above 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, pushing riders to their physical limit. Zarco, drenched in sweat and visibly spent in the post-race interview, admitted, "It's too hot. You sweat a lot, and the recovery time is too short. Sometimes when you go back on the bike, it's really tough." Despite that, the Frenchman managed to control the pace during his final stint, helped by 2 well-timed safety car periods that allowed brief moments of respite. "We could keep the advantage," he added. "Takumi always does the job in every stint. So impressive. I try to do the same. I just hope next year we can be 3 riders, because we'll be better." For Japanese legend Takumi Takahashi, this was his 7th career win at Suzuka, all aboard a Honda, a feat unmatched in the modern era. He shared Zarco's exhaustion, but also his pride. Very high temperature. 2 riders, only 40 minutes rest time. I want to say thank you, Johann. These conditions were unbelievable, said Takahashi. Together, they formed a remarkably consistent and disciplined unit, executing nearly flawless stints despite fatigue and dehydration. Zarco's main challenge came from fellow MotoGP rider Jack Miller, who partnered with Andrea Locatelli and Katsuyuki Nakasuga aboard Yamaha's factory effort. But with the Honda duo in complete control throughout, the Yamaha team simply couldn't match the pace or endurance. Zarco's final stint sealed the deal, maintaining a buffer that kept his rivals at bay. "It's a race I enjoy, riding one of the best bikes in the world, in front of incredible fans. It's a pleasure. Suzuka is like my special holiday. But next year, please, let's be 3 riders," said Zarco. With the 2026 edition already on his mind, Zarco made it clear. Endurance racing remains a passion. But after this physically draining effort, he's not eager to repeat the 2-man challenge. "You need to control your energy," he said. "But next time, I'll happily split that effort with 2 teammates." Meanwhile, Honda's engineers and team bosses will surely take note. The win is sweet, but the cost, both physical and strategic, is enormous. Johann Zarco's second Suzuka 8 Hours win might go down as one of his most heroic. Not just for the trophy, but for the conditions in which it was won. 2 riders, 8 grueling hours, 40-minute rests, stifling heat. As Takahashi said simply, "That's all." But in truth, it was much more. Miller responds with class as Zarco denies Yamaha Suzuka glory with Xavi Vierge ruled out and Honda forced into a 2-rider strategy. The odds seemed stacked against Zarco. But the Frenchman responded with brute endurance and elite pace, hosting the fastest lap at the time when Miller was closing in fast. A late safety car added drama, erasing Honda's lead and offering Yamaha a glimmer of hope. Andrea Locatelli briefly hit the front, but the strategy unraveled with an inevitable pit stop. Ultimately, the Honda duo managed the situation masterfully. Miller, in typical style, remained upbeat. "We're happy. The boys rode fantastically. We did all we could." Johann and Takumi were on another level today. The number 21 Yamaha, shared between Miller, Locatelli, and Katsuyuki Nakasuga, crossed the line 21 seconds behind the winning Honda, having battled valiantly through the sweltering 8-hour grind. Andrea Locatelli, who competes full-time in World SBK, added a heroic performance to Yamaha's effort. The Italian clocked a blistering 2 millis 6.604s, the fastest lap of the race, and a potential new record. "I think I did one of the hardest races of my life. My hand is completely done," Locatelli admitted post-race. "But I'm really happy. It was an amazing experience. The track is unbelievable." Despite being pushed to the physical limit, Locatelli expressed pride in the team's overall effort and voiced his hopes of returning to Suzuka. "I want to say a big thanks to Yamaha. It was a big opportunity. Hopefully, I'll be back again because this race is something special." Veteran Katsuyuki Nakasuga once again played a vital role in Yamaha's push. Though less visible during key stints, the Japanese rider's consistency and local knowledge added balance to the team's lineup, especially critical during the sweltering opening hours. While a win remained elusive, Yamaha proved that with a united front of top-tier MotoGP, World SBK, and Japanese talent, they are more than capable of challenging for victory in future editions. Zarco may have stolen the show, but Miller made it clear, "This isn't the end of Yamaha's Suzuka story. We did our max. We'll come back again, hopefully, and do this again soon," he promised. The race wasn't just about endurance, it was a clash of philosophies, factories, and rider backgrounds. For Yamaha, the taste of defeat only fuels the hunger for redemption. In the punishing heat of Suzuka, Yamaha pushed Honda to the limit. But in the end, Zarco and Takahashi's iron will, combined with surgical race management, was too much. For Miller, Locatelli, and Nakasuga, second place was a battle well fought, not a defeat to lament, but a performance to respect. "Proud of the effort, proud of the lap time, and proud to be here," said Locatelli, summing up the Yamaha mood. "They'll be back, and next time, they'll aim to finish the job." Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!